Stars, my name is Blue, and today we are lost in Hiveswap Friendsim. Now, last time we left off, we did Ramel, another troll who has won over my heart. And today, we're gonna do Kano? I'm just gonna call her Khan. Okima. Right now, your travels have brought you to what appears to be a normal road and an innocences. We're already starting. Can't read. Innocuous part of town. Not particularly upscale, but not exactly a rat trap either. Just pretty average. Pretty bush, man. A row of those spiky purple bushes line the side of a road, and behind one of them stands a large, furious troll who is glancing furtively up and down the street. Okay, that's less than average. Hey, are you her? Huh? I mean, are you her? Are you who I'm waiting for? Here for? Well, your first instinct is to definitely tell her, yes, of course you are who she's been waiting for, provided she's been waiting for a new friend. But honestly, you aren't sure that your stick is going to work on this girl. Of course not. What was I thinking? This is so infuriating! She's so late, and I'm so bored! Do you think she's coming soon? You don't know who she means, but you suggest that she might be more comfortable waiting somewhere that isn't a spiky purple shrub. Don't be stupid! My clients value discretion. I have to lay low. The shrub hardly managed to cover her, and standing behind it and shouting is definitely not making her less conspicuous. Neither is asking random passerbys whether they are her client. Not that you can talk. Accosting people left and right and asking them to be your friend is your kind of whole deal. If you aren't Country Lady 453, then who is? Country Lady 453. That sounds almost like... Sorry I'm late, I couldn't... What intonation? You don't know... You know that Gentile charm anywhere. Well, my stars, definitely wasn't expecting to see you around here. What a masterful coincidence. You are incredibly glad to see Skyla. And Lady, too. All unkidnapped and everything. You give Skyla a hug, which she enthusiastically returns. She nearly picks you up off your feet. Lady shoves her nose against your neck and gives you a few sloppy kisses. Who the heck are you? I have business at this bush. Maybe find your own. Sorry, but I'm the business your bush has been looking for. Wait, what? You're Country Lady? The very same. The name's Skyla Corriga. Pleasure to meet you. I didn't think you'd be a bronze. I've gotten that before, honestly. Also, by the by, this concerns them too. She puts her hand on your shoulder. It does? It does? Sure enough. They were there when it happened. They even helped me fight off the vermins who tried to take my lucis. Yeah, right, yeah, you said something about that in your message. But I don't get it. What do you want me to do? Right, well, the bandits didn't get Lady. But other kids haven't been so lucky. Low bloods have been hit especially hard. I want you to fund the bandits' base of operation, and I want you to take them out. Permanently and painfully. Khan's mouth moves silently, like she's trying to reason through the steps of Skyla's conversation. Then she catches up. A slow grin spreads over her face. Yeah, I like painful. And permanent. But wait. You want me to get revenge for someone else's lucis? Why? Well, a few of us got together and decided to do something about it ourselves. Since there's no help of the Harris are her drones doing anything to stop the bandits, and they all elected me as spokestroll. Seeing as how I'm the oldest and least easily shook. Okay, sure. I guess the why isn't important. How much you got? How much are you willing to throw down? I doubt any lowbloods can afford my fees, let alone a bunch of country rusties. Lady starts to growl, and Skyla puts a pacifying hand on her head. Read! Read how you're supposed to, Blue. Evidence fine, lady. We expected this, didn't we? We were hoping you'd be willing to do it at the goodness of your blood pusher. Khan laughs so hard that she spits. Skyla winces. You got a ban this order. What? Oh. Oh, that's not nice. If you think I take any charity cases, I don't work for pretty smiles. I started the country accent, kind of, and I can't stop. This is why I didn't fully do it, but it doesn't matter, because it's coming on anyways, it ain't gonna go away. Keep your compliments to yourself, Missy. That wasn't... I didn't mean to say that out loud. Why don't you just go find the bandits yourself? You know full well I don't have the means. But you do. It'd be a walk in the recreation field for you. If you weren't so nasty and selfish. Or maybe you're scared. You! I'll show you scared! Oh hell, they look like they're about to throw down. You gotta do something to defuse the situation. Ugh, what? I don't work on spec. I'm the only licensed Alternia. I'm only licensed on Alternia. Just kidding, I don't have a license. You explained to Khan that working on spec means you're doing some work for free in hopes that you are going to be paid later. You say it's unlikely that the bandits are only go after Lucis, and that it'd be totally ridiculous that there's that would be totally ridiculous when there's so many other things in the world still. Like money. They probably have heaps of money in their hideout. And if she breaks in, she just can have it all. Skyla doesn't want it. She just wants to save the Luci. You're so dang convincing that you almost convinced yourself. I'm not so sure. Sounds like you might be trying to fuck me over. You let out a scandalized gasp to convey just what an untoward accusation that is. You are shocked. Shocked! Fine! Anything to get away from this stupid bush. She kicks the prickly purple shrub so hard it uproots and sails across the street to land on the hood of someone's car. But you are coming with me. I'm gonna hold you to that. And if there's no money, then I'll hold you tighter and squeeze until your weirdly colored eyes pop out. Yikes. You believe it too. She could definitely do that. But here's your chance. You've got tons of success stories proving that forced exposure is really the best way to get people to like you. Okay. Sounds just peachy. When do we leave? Khan kicks another bush. She seems to have anger management problems. Well, you guess she is managing it. She's taking it out on a shover instead of you or Skyla. We aren't doing anything. You aren't coming. Lady starts growling again, and Skyla looks like she wants to join it. Excuse me? Khan gets up in her face, moving way faster than someone her size seems like she should be able to. You aren't coming. You'll just get in my way. You're distracting. Skyla's mouth twitches the tiniest bit. That is not what I meant. You keep tricking me. It just meant that you'll probably stop to save some bark beast wigglers and get us all called. Skyla crosses her arms and tosses her hair. Fun. I'm counting on you two. You figured that the information gathering stage of the operation is next. You've seen heist movies. You know how this shit works. But Khan just shouts at someone on her palm husk for a while and then punches some coordinates into a car that you're pretty sure isn't hers. It takes you to the outskirts of the city, past long stretches of cracked concrete and urban sprawl. Not exactly the place you expect to find bandits who steal farm animals. Ugh. You point those out to Khan and she tells you to shut up, so you do. You leave the car and walk the last few blocks. The bandits' operation is honestly not super impressive. It's a long industrial structure that moves more like a manufacturing plant than a den of thieves. Besides, it is something much more impressive. A sleek black spacecraft not like yours. This is the Mercedes-Benz to your banged up Chevy Malibu. Before you even crash landed it, that thing was a hunk of junk. Okay. Oh, holy shit. Is that an adult? What, the ship? No, dingus. You followed her frenzy gaze and, oh, right. The troll beside the ship is taller than anyone else you've ever seen here. Her skin is a darker gray. Her claws are incredibly long. If everyone you've met so far had been a kid, wow. They all deal with stuff that even adults on your planet don't. Routine death, dismemberment, and like 4 different relationship dynamics. If there really are no mature trolls here, then where are they? Wait, hold up. You're saying where you're from you live with adults? Yeah. You live on the same planet? Sure do. Huh, well, maybe you're tougher than you look. Adults are terrifying. Come on, let's get closer. You and Khan slide up close enough to the trolls to overhear them haggling over stolen goods. So far, the conversation is too general to tell if they mean the Luci. Damn, they must have the globes is still. Talking back to an adult. I mean, I am great at rushing in without giving any thought, but I'm not a total moron. The 2 trolls appear to come to an agreement. They shake hands and heading back into the warehouse together. What do you think? What should we do? Huh? You? Khan is the expert here. Yeah, no shit. For punching. I'm also good at slashing. But Asdaja always does the thinking. And the planning. He's the only one with the eye beams in the big think pad. Don't tell him I said that. Please. You assure her you couldn't tell Asdaja? I'll figure out how to pronounce that. Anything at all, because you don't know who he is. Oh, right. Here's an infuriating bulge lord loser who sucks so bad. Also, he's my mate's bit, and we've been together for sweeps. He's supposed to be here, but he's off busy doing some dumb bullshit. So I need you to be the pants of the operation, okay? Please, do this for me. Oh dear. You decide to follow them into the warehouse. It's a wareship. A warehouse that flies like a spaceship. That way, at least you won't be trapped in a confined space if anybody comes out to check on the ship. You get ready to do some James Bond-ass shit, ducking behind corners, saying cover me, maybe executing some sick rolls down the hallway. You can't really do any gymnastics even when you aren't healing from broken ribs, but Fantasy James Bond, you sure can. Khan doesn't bother with any of that. She just stomps down the hallway towards the first door. Damn! She really hadn't been joking when she said she was more into the straightforward approach. You pick up speed to try to get to the door before she does to prevent her from charging in there and getting you both caught immediately. Good thing, too. Through the window of the door, you see what looks like some kind of break room. A couple of trolls are messing around in their palm husk. A few more are sitting at the tables and playing some kind of game that involves cards, dice, and little colorful shells. Oh, come on. There's not even that many. We can take them. Ugh. I forgot you aren't my partner. You're just dead weight. No real argument there. Polypod told you that most pros work together for a reason. It's so much harder on your own. You wonder if Khan would have been so hot to take the job if it hadn't been for Skyla's vibes. Yeah, that's the word, vibes. They were vibing. You have to do this. You have to rally. Khan is already losing faith in you. Or maybe she had no faith in you in the first place. Whatever. You choose a different door at random and go down it, assuring Khan you definitely know what the fuck you're doing. What? Ugh, where are you going? You've been down this road before. But Diamond and your meat quest through the sewers. This is probably slightly higher stakes. But the same basic principle applies. Fake it till you make it. Khan gets annoyed much faster than your other friend. If her sub-vocalizations are anything to go by, damn, you really need to step up your game. You think back on the heist and infiltration movies you've seen. Maybe you can find a locker room, or a troll laundry room, and find one of those SWAT hazmat suits. Yeah, that would be the best plan. Just hit on a disguise and wander in like a sneaky fucking— oh, god damn it. You're so busy focusing on your brilliant plan that you opened the door without thinking and found yourself looking at the trolls playing a card game. Somehow, in your random quest through the warehouse, you managed to double back on yourself and come out on the other side of the break room. Classic. This is classic you. You're almost charmed by yourself. Almost. There's a frozen moment where all the bandits just stare at you and Khan, perhaps taking in the truly staggering idiot level you have achieved. Thank fuck. You should have just done that from the beginning. My neck is bothering me. You've gotten into quite a few fights since arriving on this planet. Well, mostly you've stood around while other people fought. But at the point is, Khan, she is brutal. She takes out almost the same number of bandits that you, Skyla, and Lady did in the quarter of the time. Multicolored blood flies. Oh god. You know these are bad guys, and they've been stealing loose eyes and selling them, which sucks. But right now, they're kind of just a bunch of kids getting massacred. You don't feel great about it? In fact, you think you might need to sit down for a little bit. Your back hits the wall and you slide down to the dirty floor. You're clammy all over. Heh, pathetic. Khan pulls her gauntlet out of the final troll's neck with a spray of yellow blood and a squelch that makes your stomach roll. She notices you on the ground. What are you— are you serious? Come on! You try to tell her that she volunteered you for the mission herself, but you can't slow your breath enough to get the words out. You aren't sure why now is the time you finally freak out. You aren't sure why now is the time you finally freak out. That's how you say that. Maybe it's the close quarters, or maybe you've been on Alternia long enough for this multicolored mess to finally start registering as blood. Maybe you've reached your horror saturation point. Whatever. If you've learned anything from this experience, it's that the why of things doesn't actually matter. Khan looms over you, raising a gauntlet. She's gonna kill you. At least, if you're dead, you can't puke on yourself. Instead of a brutal stabbing, you feel a steady pressure on the back of your neck. Khan pushes your head down until it's between your knees. Take slower breaths, idiot. You follow her instruction, too lightheaded to dwell on the absurdity of being coached through a panic attack by a girl who just murdered like 10 dudes. She's surprisingly good at this. Heh. DJ freaked out on his first fight, too. Wasn't even bloody. Little Wiggler passed out. I guess some bloodcasts are really better built for violence. She sits down beside you and pats you on the back. You kind of wish she'd taken the bloody gauntlet off first. Yes. Good job, Blue. You are a master at reading things. But you appreciate the jester. You're having a hard time reconciling this. Khan was the one who had first snarled at Skyla for being too nice. I'm multifaceted. Also, fuck her! Which reminds me, she pulls out her phone from her pocket, spraying a little olive blood across the screen. Corey, I got your bandits. She talks a lot lighter on the phone than she does in real life. Yeah, no shit. Of course I work fast. Especially when I don't have anyone to slow me down with a bunch of tactics and plans. Save it for your kisses. She hangs up and glares at the phone. You tell her she really seems to hate Skyla. Khan's face goes a fierce shade of green. Don't be stupid. I barely know her. You don't press on the issue. Also, don't point out the kind of obvious fact that these probably aren't the only trolls in the facility. The one who had been haggling with the adult isn't here, for instance. But if Khan forgetting about them means less murder, you're all about it. There's no way the bandits are continuing their work after this. Khan also seems to have forgotten about the fact that she came in here looking to be paid, and nope, she's looting the bodies. Great. It's a lot messier, and it takes way longer than real life does in video games. Yeah. In the end, she ends up with 5 palm husks, a laptop, some jewelry, and a little squares of plastic that you might be sci-fi credit cards. Whatever. There's barely anything here, but the fight made it pretty worth it. Well, you're glad it was good for somebody, at least. You are just trying not to think about it and maybe get outside as fast as possible. Whatever Khan wants to do with your outstanding debt at this point, well, you can square it up out there. Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not actually going to squeeze you. That would just be too easy. Like squishing a march bug. Fuck yes, save by being pitiful. I doubt you have any money anyway. I mean, you are wearing an... it's a robe. I'm not gonna... You are wearing a robe. True. Khan helps you to your feet. You kind of want to ask if you're friends now, even though the only bonding activity you've done together is combined murder and comforting. With her doing both of those things and you standing there like a dumbass. But really, you've made friends with most people for worse reasons. Oh, here. Why don't you take one of these? She hands you one of the palm husks. Thankfully, it only has a little bit of blood on it. Actually, it might be mustard, like the actual condiment. But she's giving you a phone? Why? You don't have one, right? I mean, you don't even have pants. This way we can keep in touch. And you can tell me if you have any more jobs with an excellent violent level. Like this one. Here, let's exchange info. Palm husks are really useful. You can use them to call people and everything. You aren't sure she's making a joke. Possibly she just thinks you're an idiot. That's okay. You can deal with that. Because not only did you make a friend today, you got a gift today. Holy shit. You killed it. Victory! Write my number. Oh. No, that's blood. It's not mustard. Just keep telling yourself it's mustard, though. Wow! Is that the shortest one in a while? I don't know. Tell me what you think about Khan down below in the comments. And, that's it for today, stars, and I'll see you on our next adventure. Remember, we're all made of the same cosmic dust, so be nice. Kate, love you, bye!